All right. Hey, what's going on? I just like the look here. Wow. Awesome. Okay. Let's see. Are we live? I just like to look here and just to see. Yep, I see it. What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for being here. We're going to talk about Kevin McCarthy. What did Kevin McCarthy do? He finally talking about impeachment inquiry. Now, my question is was Kevin McCarthy forced to do this? Think about it real quick. It's been 8 months. We knew, most of us, right? Most of us knew about the criminal activities of the Biden crime family 4 months ago, 7 months ago. Some of us even more than that ago. But now, after 8 months, Kevin McCarthy finally comes up and says, okay, we're going to start impeachment inquiry. Why did it take him so long? What is it about Joe Biden that he's like not wanting to do this? And then you even have some rhino Republicans talking about, it's a waste of time. We shouldn't be doing this. We should be doing other stuff. We need to go on, move on, get along with the Democrats because, they're the ones that's going to move the country. No. They need to do the impeachment inquiry on the criminal Biden crime family, Joe Biden, to allow the American people to know the truth. The Democrats, most of the Democrats that keep pushing for Joe Biden to be in that position before he got in there, they knew, a lot of them knew about his criminal activities. I'm willing to bet Nancy Pelosi knew about it. Of course, Obama knew about it. Many people knew about his criminal activities, even the FBI and the DOJ. They all knew about Biden criminal activities. They were all hiding it. So we already knew going into his regime, his administration, they already knew that he was a criminal. So 8 months later, you have Kevin McCarthy actually coming out and saying that we need to do this. Right. But before I show you Kevin McCarthy, for those of you that haven't seen it, let me share this with you. This is Matt Gaetz on the House floor talking about Kevin McCarthy and the criminal and Kevin McCarthy not doing his job. Matt Gaetz and other Republicans that love this nation and want the right thing done, they put out an ultimatum to Kevin McCarthy. Look, you do your job or we're going to remove you. And that's the way it should be. You know who I would like to see as Speaker of the House? I would like to see Matt Gaetz as Speaker of the House because Matt Gaetz, he doesn't hold back. And the Democrats, they are terrified of Matt Gaetz. Just imagine if Matt Gaetz being the Speaker of the House. We would get so much done. It wouldn't be just talking. We would actually see action. Kevin McCarthy, I think he's being forced. But listen to Matt Gaetz.
On this very floor in January, the whole world witnessed a historic contest for House Speaker. I rise today to serve notice. Mr. Speaker, you are out of compliance with the agreement that allowed you to assume this role. The path forward for the House of Representatives is to either bring you into immediate total compliance or remove you pursuant to a motion to vacate the chair. We have had no vote on term limits or on balanced budgets as the agreement demanded and required. There's been no full release of the January 6 tapes. As you promised, there has been insufficient accountability for the Biden crime family. And instead of cutting spending to raise the debt limit, you relied on budgetary gimmicks and rescissions so that you ultimately ended up serving as the valet to underwrite Biden's debt and advance his spending agenda. Mr. Speaker, you boasted in January that we would use the power of the subpoena and the power of the purse.
You know what? This is why I like Matt Gaetz, because he's telling the truth here. He's absolutely calling it out. Kevin McCarthy, he was coming out that we have the power of the purse. We have the power of the purse. And McCarthy's been saying this, we have the power of the purse. But yet these criminal DEAs throughout the country, New York and Georgia and Florida and what have you, right? DC, they're going after President Trump over fraudulent crap. And Kevin McCarthy constantly says that we have the power of the purse. The FBI refused to give information to Congress, but McCarthy says we have the power of the purse. right? The archives, now they're back. They're like holding back too and not giving Congress the information that they're requesting, but yet they have the power of the purse.
But here we are 8 months later, and we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. That's how you know that the rushed and somewhat rattled performance you just saw from the speaker isn't real. At this point, during Democrat control over the House of Representatives, they had already brought in Don Jr. 3 times. And we haven't even sent the first subpoena to Hunter Biden. Power of the subpoena and power of the purse. Only thing the 118th Congress is known for at this point is electing Kevin McCarthy speaker and underwriting Biden's debt. And unfortunately, there's only one of those things we can remediate at this time. Power of the purse. Our leadership right now is asking us to vote for a continuing resolution. A vote for a continuing resolution is a vote to continue the Green New Deal, a vote to continue inflationary spending, and in the most troubling of fashions, a vote for a continuing resolution is a vote to continue the election interference of Jack Smith. Mr. Speaker, we told you how to use the power of the purse. Individual, single subject spending bills that would allow us to have specific review, programmatic analysis, and that would allow us to zero out the salaries of the bureaucrats who have broken bad, targeted President Trump, or cut sweetheart deals for Hunter Biden. September 30th is rapidly approaching, and you have not put us in a position to succeed. There is no way to pass all the individual appropriations bills now, and it's not like we didn't know when September 30th was going to show up on the calendar. I must be better, you must be better, and this House must be better, for it is the last best hope for tens of millions of Republicans. We demand real oversight against this weaponized government.
Yes, yes, and yes. Everything he's saying, we want. This is the reason why I nominate Matt Gaetz as an American citizen as the Speaker of the House. We're tired of it. I've seen so many people on all of the social media platforms saying, look, we're tired of the Republicans talking, yapping at the mouth. It's been 8 months. 8 months. We expected action quicker than this. The Democrats, they kicked into gear really quick. They did fraudulent activity. Look, they got 4 indictments, 90 plus fraudulent charges against President Trump. They're going really quick. Reason why they're going so quick is because they're trying to prevent President Trump from returning. And then at the same time, when the Congress, again, requesting information from the FBI and the archives, they take their sweet time then, but any other time, the Democrats, they're in full gear. They're in full gear. Matt Gaetz is 100% correct.
Just look at the bribery. If tens of millions of dollars flowing from foreign corrupt people into the bank accounts of the Biden family wasn't enough for actual impeachment, why were we even looking? Joe Biden deserves impeachment for converting the vice presidency into an ATM machine for virtually his entire family. We all see it. We all know it. Now, moments ago, Speaker McCarthy endorsed an impeachment inquiry. This is a baby step following weeks of pressure from House conservatives to do more.
Let me stop it there. Listen to Kevin McCarthy. This is what he's talking about, Kevin McCarthy, because Kevin McCarthy, of course, if you ask me again, he was forced to do this because he was like, okay, I'm not doing my job. We were on vacation. We were summer vacation. We were out for session. We're having an excuse. 8 months vacation. Really? I think if you ask me, I call him sometimes McCarthy. Sometimes he's with the Republicans, and most of the time he's with the Democrats. He's probably like in the background somewhere, skipping, holding hands with Hakeem Joffrey, just holding hands, skipping in through the halls. Yeah, we're just doing this we got the job. We got the job. I think he was forced to do this. Listen.
Conduct. Taken together, these allegations paint a picture of a culture of corruption. Now, here's what we know so far. Through our investigations, we have found that President Biden did lie to the American people about his own knowledge of his family's foreign business dealings. Eyewitnesses have testified that the president joined on multiple phone calls and had multiple interactions, dinners, resulted in cars and millions of dollars into his sons and his sons' business partners. We know that bank records show that nearly $20 million in payments were directed to the Biden family members and associates through various shell companies. The Treasury Department alone has more than 150 transactions involving the Biden family and other business associates that were flagged as suspicious activity by U.S. banks. Even a trusted FBI informant has alleged a bribe to the Biden family.
And see, the interesting thing to me, again, he's coming out there talking about all this criminal activity by Joe Biden, and an impeachment inquiry is just for them to go and actually look at more evidence. It's not actually going through the impeachment. Nancy Pelosi, they skipped the whole impeachment inquiry when it came to President Trump, to my understanding. They just skipped that. It was like, well, we're just going to impeach him. Right. And they did it twice. And the only reason why they were successful when Nancy Pelosi was in office, because they had, or when she was the House Speaker, is because they had the votes. That's the only reason why they were able to do it. And they did it on hearsay information. Just, we don't care. We're just going to do it because we got the votes. We can do it.
Biden used his official office to coordinate with Hunter Biden's business partners about Hunter's role in Burisma, the Ukrainian energy company. Finally, despite these serious allegations, it appears that the president's family has been offered special treatment by Biden's own administration, treatment that not otherwise would have received if they were not related to the president. These are allegations of abuse of power, obstruction, and corruption, and they warrant further investigation by the House of Representatives. That's why today I am directing our House committee to open a formal impeachment inquiry into President Joe Biden. This logical next step will give our committees the full power to gather all the facts and answers for the American public.
Okay, so now that they're going to have all the power to gather all of the facts for the American public, see, that's the key word. Because once it goes over to the Senate, because of Mitch McConnell, he's not going to be for it, right? He's going to be like, oh, okay, whatever. But you know what? Things could possibly change. Well, how could it change, Will? How could it change? Well, because once they do this impeachment inquiry and they start releasing all of this criminal activity with the Biden crime family, Joe Biden lying to everybody, saying that he didn't know, oh, they were just talking about the weather. You just might get some Democrats to be like, well, you know what? We're going to have to impeach him because this is going to make us look bad, because they're going to turn around and say that, well, we were going along with Joe Biden's criminal activities, or we're just overlooking it. And then we're trying to go after President Trump when we're making up stuff on him. But here it is. They got factual stuff on Joe and we don't go along with it. Y'all see the dilemma here, right? This is sometimes McCarthy, sometimes he's with the Republicans, and most of the time he's with the Democrats. But this is a good step. It's a baby step, like Matt Gaetz said. Listen.
It's exactly what we want to know. The answers. I believe the president would want to answer these questions and allegations as well. This effort will be led by Chairman James Comer at the Committee on Oversight, in coordination with Chairman Jim Jordan for Judiciary Committee and Chairman Jason Smith on Ways and Means. Now, I do not make this decision lightly. And regardless of your party or who you voted for, these facts should concern all Americans. The American people deserve to know that the public offices are not for sale, and that the federal government is not being used to cover up the actions of a politically associated family. Now, I would encourage the president and his team to fully cooperate with this investigation in the interests of transparency. We are committed to getting the answers for the American public. Nothing more, nothing less. We will go wherever the evidence takes us. Thank you very much.
Now, watch this. You see, he says, thank you very much. He doesn't stick around to take any questions, right? No questions. I want y'all to listen. I want y'all to listen to how the media explodes. The press. Listen, watch.
Thank you very much.
Right? All of them start exploding. Right? And then let's go back to Matt Gaetz now. Because there's something else you need to hear with Matt Gaetz. And if you haven't already, please share this video, hit the thumbs up if you haven't already. Listen to the rest of this. Listen to this, because see, I'm telling y'all, on the outside looking in, it truly looks like Kevin McCarthy, he didn't want to do this. He was forced to do his job. He was forced to do something for the American people. I've been calling this for the longest. Do something dramatic. Be dramatic. These evil people on the left, they've been doing criminal, corrupt activity for years. And the Republicans just sit back and they just sit there and watch it happen. Like they're just sitting on the couch. Oh, we don't need to get involved in this. We need to get along. Watch this. Listen.
We must move faster. Now, I will concede that the votes I have called for will likely fail. Term limits, balanced budgets, maybe even impeachment. I am prepared for that eventuality because at least if we take votes, the American people get to see who's fighting for them and who's willing to tolerate more corruption and business as usual.
Exactly.
Mr. Speaker, dust off our written January agreement. You have a copy. Reflect on the spirit of that agreement and build on the start that we had moments ago. Begin to comply. No continuing resolutions, individual spending bills or bust, votes on balanced budgets and term limits, subpoenas for Hunter Biden and the members of the Biden family who've been grifting off of this country, and the impeachment for Joe Biden that he so richly deserves. Do these things or face a motion to vacate the chair. And let me alert the country, a motion to vacate might not pass at first, but it might before the 15th vote. And if Democrats bail out McCarthy, as they may do, then I will lead the resistance to this uniparty and the Biden-McCarthy-Jeffries government.
You hear that? You hear that? Thank you. Thank you, Matt Gaetz. Thank you. And you know what, Shannon? There's some people that don't like Matt Gaetz saying this. There's some rhino Republicans out there right now saying, you know, Matt Gaetz, he's causing problems. He shouldn't be doing this right now. This is not good for America. We have a tyrannical, corrupt government. At least you have one person in Congress, just one, at least one, that's standing up for truth.
Yeah, and listen, if McCarthy's not standing with the Republicans and their demands, who's he standing with?
Exactly.
Right?
Exactly.
Whose side is he on? We have to question that. Because
Exactly.
like you said, Will, all of us out here are saying we want action, and he's been reluctant. It's funny that this inquiry came out the same day that Matt Gaetz does a motion to vacate.
Exactly. Okay, listen, that's what I'm saying. It looked like Kevin McCarthy was forced to do his job. Okay, listen to this last little tidbit again, right? Because he lumps all three of them together. Kevin McCarthy, Hakeem Jeffries, Joe Biden, right? Sometimes McCarthy is right there.
Then I will lead the resistance to this uniparty and the Biden-McCarthy-Jeffries government that they are attempting to build. I know that Washington isn't a town where people are known for keeping their word. Well, Speaker McCarthy, I'm here to hold you to yours. I yield back.
I mean, you know what? Matt Gaetz is going to be a real problem. You can't be standing on the floor like that, telling the unfettered truth like that. What is wrong with you, man? How dare you go on there and tell the truth to the American people like that? That is such an awesome thing to see. I'm telling y'all, Matt Gaetz would be a phenomenal House Speaker. And I know some people were like, no, I don't think so. We need another rhino Republican to be there. We need a rhino Republican. And you'd be surprised at how many people are saying that. We need rhino Republicans to get back in office because, you know, Trump, he just messed everything up. He woke too many people up, and we can't have people awake. We need people to go back to sleep, suck down, force down the blue pill so they can just be dumbed down forever. That's what they're calling for. That's what they want. They don't want people to recognize. They don't want people to wake up. An informed voter is the worst nightmare for a Democrat, because if y'all know the information and you're up on the up, you know how you're going to go, and they know it too. That's why they don't want you to ever see any information. I guarantee, as much as they're going to, like this video right now, they're going to suppress this as much as possible because they're like, oh my goodness. But, you know, everyone's talking about it, right? But they don't want to hear it from the take of Will Johnson. But let me share this with you. Let me share this take with you. Look at, what is it? A Herman Monster, right? Look at this dude.
Fetterman?
He looked like a big Luigi, right? Looked like a Luigi looking for a piece of pizza, right? But watch him. It's so childish. He can't dress like an adult. You know, you can't dress like an adult. I would, you know, I don't want to insult any janitors, but he kind of looked like a janitor walking around, right? Janitors have more respect than he does. I mean, it's ridiculous. But look, he's gonna get asked a question about Kevin McCarthy, right? He's gonna get asked a question about Kevin McCarthy doing impeachment inquiry. Look how childish he acts.
Asking about this news that Speaker McCarthy has formally launched an impeachment or has said he's going to.
Oh my God, really? Oh my gosh, you know, it's devastating. Ooh, don't do it. Please don't do it. Oh no.
No, we gotta run back to the office.
But... Is it Halloween yet? Ooh. Wait a minute, hold on. Where's it at? Look at it right there. Look at it. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. I mean, really?
Well, that's funny.
You know what? He's probably in his mind, you know, because they have to have a teleprompter so he can read it really slow. And he's probably in his mind, he's probably saying, this is probably in Fetterman's mind right now. Let's give him a little credit, okay? This is what he's probably, you know, relaying in his mind. This was probably going on. Okay, what I think they're doing, what Kevin McCarthy announced today, I think will probably hold the country back. I think we should try to move forward and not try to go down this path. And just possibly maybe the Republicans are thinking that they need to do this because they impeached President Trump twice in the House, you know, and it failed both times in the Senate. It's going to fail this time in the Senate as well. But maybe that's what we shouldn't be doing this. But you know what? Right now, Kevin McCarthy and the Republicans, they control the House. If they want to look at impeachment inquiry, they have every right to do so.
There's no way
Thank you.
he is
Good
saying
day.
that. In his
but that's what he's doing.
I mean,
right?
never...
But that's what I mean. You would think as a politician, that's what they would say. See, that I could be a politician.
I have not heard him say or articulate a good sentence. Not alone. Let alone a paragraph. He can't even articulate an intelligent sentence. Somebody called him Uncle Fester.
Uncle Fester. That's what it is. I couldn't think of it. Uncle Fester. Thank you. I mean, really? I mean, you can't make this stuff up, people. You can't make it up. But of course, I have to show you Shucky Ducky Schumer. See, at least Shucky Ducky Schumer he's a career criminal politician. He knows how to go out and lie. He knows how to go out and spin it. Where do you think? Okay, think about this. When they were going to impeach President Trump, where was he? Because they were impeaching President Trump twice. The first time they did it over Ukraine, fraudulent information over Ukraine, hearsay information, mind you. Well, we heard from the whistleblower because the whistleblower told so-and-so and so-and-so told so-and-so and so-and-so told me that President Trump did X, Y, Z. Well, where's the whistleblower? Well, the whistleblower's in hiding. We don't want to say because, you know, he's feel threatened for his or her life. Really? So we're going to hear from whistleblowers, and they proceeded with the impeachment hearing. Where was Shucky Ducky Schumer during that time? Did he say that this was going to be terrible for the country? We shouldn't be doing this. This is a witch hunt. Did he say any of that? Did he say any of that? Listen to this. Go ahead and make it full screen. It's really short. Listen to this.
I think the impeachment inquiry is absurd. The American people want us to do something that will make their lives better. Not go off on the...
Well, no, oh, sorry. You know, I got to stop it. We want to do something. The American people want us to do something, make their lives better. That means getting rid of Chuck Schumer, getting rid of Nancy Pelosi, getting rid of Kamala Harris, getting rid of, Dianne Feinstein, getting rid of Joe Biden, getting rid of Kamala. Did I already say Kamala? We can do her twice. We most definitely get rid of her, the cackler, right? We need to get rid of every single Democrat in Congress today, yesterday. They all need to be gone. If you really truly want to do something positive for the American people, every single Democrat throughout the entire nation would step down, because we have tyrants. Y'all know about the tyrant in New Mexico, right? Y'all know about that tyrant, right? Really? Listen.
The American people want us to do something that will make their lives better, not go off on these chases and witch hunts. The bottom line is, as we have said, you can only accomplish keeping the government open in a bipartisan way.
So where was he at when they were going after President Trump over fraudulent information? Just like right now, this is all a witch hunt towards President Trump, but that's different. See, President Trump was actually doing positive things for the American people, what we want, what we expect. Joe Biden's not doing that. Joe Biden's all about this wokeism. Joe Biden's doing everything America last, right? He's doing everything America last. It's not America first when it comes to these people. And so, but Will Johnson's not supposed to say any of this. How dare you? How dare you? Right? You're not supposed to be saying any of this. Hold on.
How dare you?
There it is. How dare you? How dare you? It's crazy. Well, at least Kevin McCarthy, maybe he was forced, maybe he wasn't forced. Personally, I think he was forced. Well, at least it's happening now, right? I'm wondering, does he have to actually sign something? Does he have to go and say sign it? Or with him coming out, maybe someone watching right now can inform Will Johnson, because I don't know. So
I think it has to.
Do they have to go down and have a committee and say, okay, we are formally in impeachment inquiry, not impeachment, but impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden and his criminal activities that the entire country is aware of, even the government state media. But, they kind of ignore all of it. But, okay, we're doing it. We're going to at least look into it. Does he have to sign it? What do you think, Shannon? You're looking it up. I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's a legit question. I don't know.
Well, I'm wondering, he has to form a special committee or something, right, to do the investigation? Or, well, he said Comer's going to be ahead of it. So. Well,
I mean, so they're already kind of there, right? They're already kind of there.
Yeah.
They're already kind of there.
Yeah, I'd have to look up exactly what the steps are.
So my question is now that they're actually doing an impeachment inquiry, does this mean that the archives is going to stop holding information back? Does this mean the FBI is going to finally cooperate? Does this mean Garland is finally going to start answering questions when they're asked immediately? Right? Is any of that going to come into play? More than likely not. I mean, they're already corrupt. They've been fighting Congress all the way, for the last 8 months at least. They're probably not going to change. They're going to say, okay, well, we'll just work harder to be more corrupt and to hide information to prevent you from getting it. But now they have subpoena power. We shall see. We shall see. Hey, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. Please do me a favor, share this video. Can y'all share this video and help me hit that share button? If I said anything, if I shared any information on here that you believe other people need to see, copy the link to this video and text it to someone and say, hey, check this dude out. Check him out. What do you think? He's on point. What do you think? What do you think? All right, everybody. God bless. Stay safe. Stay strong. Stay away from all these crazy woke liberals doing everything wrong. God bless everybody. Take care.